BRICS leaders are preparing to take a stance that diverges from U.S. President Donald Trump on issues, including tariffs, the Middle East conflict, and climate change, Bloomberg reports. According to two sources, a draft statement for the upcoming meeting in Brazil on July 6 signals that the leaders will express strong concerns over unilateral tariff and non-tariff measures. The draft also condemns unilateral coercive actions that violate international law. However, the final wording of the communiqué could still be modified. While the statement does not explicitly mention the Trump administration, the references clearly target the U.S. and its imposition of unilateral tariffs. In response to these punitive measures, several countries, including BRICS founding member India, are hastening to negotiate deals with the U.S. ahead of the July 9th deadline, when the tariffs are set to take effect. At the same time, the reluctance to directly name Trump highlights divisions within BRICS. Some members, such as India, maintain closer ties to Washington and are cautious about the bloc being perceived as a tool for China. Other BRICS stances. The draft also reveals BRICS countries' differing views from the Trump administration on several policy fronts, including the Middle East, with multiple references to Israel's ongoing conflict with Hamas in Gaza. Officials indicate that the leaders may voice deep concern over the situation in Palestinian territories, noting the resumption of Israeli military actions and obstacles to humanitarian aid reaching Gaza. The draft condemns the use of starvation as a warfare tactic, an accusation Israel denies, and suggests calls for a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, as well as opposition to any forced displacement of Palestinians. If included in the final communiqué after the summit concludes on July 7th, such language could be viewed as unwelcome interference, especially as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to meet Trump at the White House that same day. In addition, BRICS leaders are expected to reaffirm support for the Paris Climate Agreement, a pact Trump withdrew from unilaterally, and to advocate for global governance of artificial intelligence to reduce associated risks. Bloomberg notes that the U.S., which leads in AI development, opposes regulatory initiatives proposed by other regions like the EU. Trump's tariff moves. Bloomberg recently reported that Trump is prepared to switch from diplomacy to unilateral tariffs at any moment. The president indicated his administration might start sending official notifications to trade partners as soon as Friday, announcing the imposition of unilateral tariffs on countries without formal trade agreements with the U.S.